the guitar world's Acoustic Nation. My name is Lily Maase. I'm a New York City-based session guitarist and teacher. I've been teaching professionally for over 15 years. I do a lot of things to make a living in New York. I play Telecaster in a few different country groups. I play the role of Slash in an all-female Guns N' Roses tribute called the Rocket Queens, and I have an avant-garde record with my own group, The Sweet Unraveling, coming out this fall. This is the first in a 5-part series called Get Better Faster. Everything your teacher should have told you but probably didn't. I'm sitting here with my student Wes. Wes has been taking lessons with me for about 4 months now, and we've been working on his technique. Can you go ahead and play something for me? Alright, so more often than not, this is what a student looks like when they first come into me. They've got a lot of things going on with their body that seem intuitive, but actually are keeping them from playing well. So the first thing I want to talk to you about are your thumbs. Believe it or not, your thumbs are actually the most important part of setting up good technique, and we ignore them pretty often because they're not the things that are actually playing the instrument. So if you take your hand away from the guitar for a second, what you'll see is you're making this sort of crazy claw. And at first we sort of assume that this is the way that we should play because it seems like it's new, it seems like it's difficult. But if you look at this, this is not really a sustainable position.
Alright.
Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is think about straightening your thumb.
Okay.
Now, instead of squeezing the guitar closed like this, I want you to imagine that the back part of your thumb, that there's a hand pushing behind that thumb into the guitar. So the next thing I want you to do is exactly that, is drop your thumb down so it's tracking between your first and your second finger behind the instrument. Now, a lot of times what people do while they're waiting to build strength in their fingers is they'll end up squeezing up towards the guitar with their palm, which you're doing a little bit. So the next thing to do once you've dropped your thumb is to remember that your palm is actually not playing the guitar, your fingers are. What happens pretty often is while our fingers aren't strong enough because we're used to doing things with our whole hand, like opening a door, shaking someone's hand, the hand tries to take over. So you want to mentally get the hand out of the picture so that your fingers start building the muscle that they need.
Okay.
Okay, this already looks much better.
Something kind of like that?
That's actually much better. Okay, now you see what you just did, where you made the adjustment and your thumb bent.
Yeah.
So why don't you go ahead and take your arm and raise it up off your leg. When your arm is on your leg like that, it sticks your arm in one position, and then you have to compensate by bending your thumb. What we're going for here is a straight line between your middle finger, your wrist, your elbow, and your shoulder. It turns out that because you have so many small muscles in your hand, you're not actually able to do all the things you need to without support from the larger muscles in the rest of your body. If you were to feel my shoulder right here, you see that I have a really developed bicep, and that's really developed from supporting my fingers. So you want to take the bulk of your work, take it out of your hand like this, bring it into your shoulder and your arm. Anything you do that interrupts that relationship, which means turning your hand this way, bringing it up this way, bringing your elbow out, or resting your arm on your leg, is going to interrupt that relationship. Right, so let's take a minute and let's get rid of all of the things in your hand that are getting in your way.
Alright.
Okay.
So, I'm going to lower my thumb, kind of relax my palm a bit, and then take my elbow off.
So that looks much better. Look at how much space you have between your palm and your wrist and your shoulder.
Cool.
Okay, go ahead and play that chord. Let's see how that feels. Already sounds much better.